want to have to get these. I don't want to have to deal with this stuff. It's not easy and it's not fun. I just wish I had the money to pay for food on my own. I wish I did. I wish that my ex would pay their back support. I wish they would pay any support. I wish that people would visit my shop and buy things for me. I wish a million things were different. I wish I didn't lose both of my parents and I wasn't so depressed that I can't even think straight most days. I'm doing my best. I had to come on here and beg people for $20 and have everyone tell me what a piece of shit I am for asking for money. I'm just so sick of it. I try to do everything right. I work really hard. And I know I'm not different than any of you. You're all working hard and you're all having a hard time. It's just so frustrating.
They cut my
What's good? Listen, today we got the food stamp slash, and people are going bananas. Before we get into this, you will get triggered because what they're going to say in here, it's going to blow your mind. It's going to break your mind how much money and assistance they were getting. They were getting so much assistance. One lady said she got $10,000 a month in assistance. 10. I don't make $10,000 a month. And I can work every day and I can work 2 jobs and I probably make maybe 8,000 working that hard. It's amazing. Well, let's get into it.
motherfucking food stamps to $85 from $738. How the fuck that's supposed to support a household of 3?
Bitch, I'm tired. Why? Because I work 2 jobs and I can't eat.
I'm so furious right now. So for the state of Texas, in order to qualify for food stamps, it says you have to gross less than $3,644 a month. I gross less than that, but I gross barely less than that.
Welcome back to
Yo. Hold on. Hold on. In a month, you gross less than $3,000. Now, if you saw that, she had a little kid with her. I don't have no kids. How do you gross only $3,000 and you have hella kids? It's crazy. All right, so this part of the video, they're going to go into what actually happened, like the breakdown of the bill and all the changes.
Witnessing a major shift in SNAP, unlike anything we've seen since the program was created.
Elaine Waxman is a senior fellow at the Urban Institute, focusing on food insecurity and federal nutrition programs.
It will change the structure in significant ways for the first time.
And to fill the gap for the roughly 22 million families on SNAP, states will have to help pay for the benefits their residents receive. Depending on the scenario, that could be as much as 15% of the benefits costs. Waxman worries the worst case, but possible scenario is states will have to pull out of SNAP because they can't make up the funding gap.
The federal government has clearly stated it will not pay for a state shortfall if they're not able to make that match. Then it's possible that states would have to withdraw from the program altogether.
2, SNAP already had some work requirements, but the Big Beautiful Bill expands them to include people aged 55 to 64, parents of minors 14 and older, and veterans. Now SNAP.
All right, so this is the triggering part right here. This is the triggering part. All right, so new requirements. 55 to 64, right? The people that are my clients, they're all in their 50s. I don't know how this is like groundbreaking. Working in your 50s is normal as hell. My mom didn't start, my mom worked for the school system. She didn't stop working till she was 66. So this is not new. And then parents with minors 14 and older. So think about this, people, right? Say a woman has 5 babies and all of them are under 14. She don't have to work. She don't have to work when they're the most expensive. She don't have to work. I'm telling you, go get triggered. Go get triggered. This is crazy.
Older and veterans. Now, SNAP recipients will be required to work 80 hours per month in order to get the benefits. The idea is
Y'all heard that right. $80 hours per month. That's 4 weeks. 4 weeks. 80 out, like we can easily hit 55 hours, sometimes flirting with 60 in a week. We can do that. Like it's happened to me several times, especially when you work for certain companies. They have like a peak season where you're working. You might not get an off day till like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and you work, 9 days straight. Imagine you working that hard and people, they don't have to work only 80 hours in a month, 4 weeks, 80 hours. That's so much work. Oh my God. You're breaking people's back. Oh my God. Because they have so many kids. This is horrible.
increased work requirements lead to increased workforce participation, but
Research tells us that unfortunately they don't really work. And that may sound counterintuitive to people, but what we know is that they don't increase work effort. They don't result in higher income.
So what they're saying is, oh, if we incentivize people to go to work, that's going to help them, earn more money. And they said, oh no, it doesn't. Do you know why it doesn't? Because it's more beneficial for them to be on government assistance. That's why. If you can get a rent voucher, free food, and all your utilities paid for, right? The only thing you really worry about is a car. That's it. That's all you got to worry about, And so, yes, of course, it would be more work and it would be a lot harder for them to get a job. Of course. You're not saying nothing like, oh my God, it's because the benefits are so fucking amazing. Why would they want to get off the fucking benefits? In this video, you're going to see someone that's been on the benefits for like 12 years. That person, when you see what she looks like, she's not that much younger than me. I mean, that much older than me. She might be 2 years older than me.
And what they do result in is a lot of people leaving the program and not being better off.
3. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the new work requirements will lead to an estimated 3 million fewer people participating in SNAP. And this is a huge gap that charitably operated food banks won't be able to cover. According to Feeding America, a national food bank network, for every meal given by a food bank, SNAP provides 9.
If you look at food pantry visits in Minnesota, since 2019, they have tripled.
Sophia Linares-Coy is the executive director of the Food Group, a food equity nonprofit in Minnesota.
As grocery prices have gone up, the charitable food system has expanded dramatically. And so the idea that then it can expand again to compensate for these federal cuts, it's just simply not realistic.
And with states now on the hook to find ways to pay for SNAP for their residents, Linares-Coy worries disparities across the country will worsen.
As it starts being customized state to state, I think what's very concerning is, someone in Minnesota may be able to have enough benefits to feed their family, and someone, next door in Iowa might not. And what does that mean? And does that mean people will need to make really difficult choices even about where they live?
Do you hear the entitlement? Let me break down the entitlement because this shit makes me mad. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so you're broke. You have no money. You have no skills. You're not valuable to society, right? Cool. You think you get to live whatever you want to live, even though you're broke? No, when you're broke, you have to go where it's affordable to live. Like, this is nonsense. If you can't afford to live in California, you can't be here. Move to Arizona. That's what most people do, right? There are states that exist where the cost of living is lower. Do that. This is incredibly, like, I mean, I'm getting mad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting so bad because they're like, they're gonna have to move? Yes, move. We all have to move. That's a part of being an adult. If you can't afford to be where you're at, move. Or when I first got out of college, I had roommates. Get a job, get some roommates. When you get a job, get a roommate, go to a vocational school, learn a skill, become more profitable. I like, bruh, this is, man, I'm just making me
in order to feed their families.
4. Another major change will be eligibility for aid. Undocumented migrants have never been eligible to access SNAP benefits, and that has not changed. However, the list of immigrants and others who can participate has been cut significantly. Refugees, asylum seekers, victims of human trafficking, and domestic violence survivors under the Violence Against Women Act can no longer access SNAP benefits. This, Lenars Coy says, will affect local communities on a personal and economic.
It will not. It will not. It will not. That's not going to affect anybody. All right. So we got all of the information about the bill. Now you're going to see the hysteria. Are you ready? Are you ready? Now, I told y'all about a woman that doesn't look that much older than me, right? She's been on government assistance her whole adult life. She's never had to work a job, ever. Do not get triggered. I got triggered a lot watching just her video. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm just
don't have, okay, $1,100. So where am I going to come up with that? I don't have a job. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not going to get a job. I've never had a job. I'm not going to do it now, okay? I have been on welfare benefits for 13 years. And now they decide they want to put a time limit on this. It has been 13 years that I have received almost $10,000 a month in benefits. And now you expect me to just get up and find that $10,000 somewhere else. I have 6 mouths to feed. 6 mouths. It has been a week. I have not been able to put food in this house. I now have to come up with rent. Yes, I got my nails done today. Yes, I got my eyelashes done today. Yes, I got my eyebrows done today. Okay? Because just because I can't pay my bills does not mean
right.
I have to go around looking like a bum. So yes, I did get my nails done.
Now, she said she didn't have food, right? Bring no food in the house, but she got her nails done and her eyebrows done, but she didn't buy no new food. And she has 6 kids. What you're going to learn is people are having all, like, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids so they can be on the government's titty. This is what people are having kids so they don't have to work. That's pretty much what this is. Making $10K off of government assistance. Most Americans don't make $10K working. Most Americans don't make $10K working 2 jobs. They don't. This is not enough hours in a day. You feel me? 10K, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Sue me, okay? Sue me. $1,100 is a lot different than $80. Okay, I had $80 to get my nails and everything else done. I don't have $1,100.
To tell y'all how frustrated I am. But more importantly, what am I gonna do? Now I told y'all something was a little iffy and that we had to get we have to get our ducks in a row, y'all. We have to get our ducks in a row because guess what? Now I gotta figure out myself, but that's cool. The whole thing is they're doing food stamp reductions. Now, did I think it was gonna be me? No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really didn't. But here we are. So for all y'all thinking that I just be BSing and this is not going on, this is going on. You can Google it. You can Google it. Google Trump administration food stamps and see what you don't read. But yeah, y'all, and get this, it was only $400 anyway. Like, how did I make the cut?
Only $400. I wish someone would give me $400 extra every month for doing absolutely fucking nothing. Like, only $400. Just give me only $400. Man, these people are insane. What?
The list of who to reduce. Talk about you don't meet the eligibility requirements anymore. That's crazy work.
I'm so furious.
$800 down to $350. Now, what am I supposed to do? Huh? So I literally just got this piece of mail today saying that due to new policy changes from the Trump administration, all this shit, whatever, all these cuts and whatever he's doing over there, now they're telling me I have to go work. Now I have to go do all this. Well, I literally got 5 kids. I'm trying to sit here.
How do you have 5 kids, sir? How do you have 5 kids? How? Listen, women having a lot of kids, they have multiple partners. We get that. How do you have 5 kids? That means you are not putting on a raincoat. Listen, you all saw the bill, right? I think they made a mistake with the bill, with the food stamps. They made a mistake. They made a big mistake. Then you know what they made? The mistake was they should have put in there a kid cap. Yes, a kid cap. After 3 kids, you get no more government assistance. So you don't get no more extra. So you have 10 kids, it does not matter. Because these people are having these, bruh, after 4 kids, if you are not rich, you are, you're just having kids to pay bills, bro. Like, what? You have 5 kids and no job, and he's an able-bodied man, bro.
And spend time with them. I'm not trying to go work, 50, 60 hours a week so I can pay bills. I just really don't understand. I voted for him this last election because I thought what he had good was going on, but now all of a sudden all this policy stuff's coming out, and now he's making all these cuts, and now he doesn't want to help the less fortunate people no more.
So hard.
The less fortunate, the less you have 5 kids and you don't have to work. Okay, maybe I'm slow. Okay, let me just slow it down. I have no kids, and if I don't work, like slowly but surely, like I lose everything I have. Right? I lose everything. You don't work and you have 5 kids. So you have 5 people, 5 extra people other than yourself you have to that depend on you for everything, and you don't work. And life is, and you're misfortunate. As an American, we all thrive for financial freedom. And this is what I'm understanding. Giving on government assistance is financial freedom, y'all. It's financial freedom. Imagine saying, I'm getting 10K in benefits and I have 12 kids. I would do that shit too. Because at some point, and they don't want to admit this, kids got to go to school. So after 5, 6 years old, they're going to school. And then you're going to pick them up. And then they got to do homework. If they got any type of sports and stuff like that, take a shower, go to bed. Like, this is a hustle. This is a hustle. This is a hustle. Now, this story right here is the worst story of all stories that I have for y'all. That's why I left it for last. This is going to make you want to throw your phone. It's a warning. You're going to throw your phone because her logic is not even backwards. It's sideways in a full Nelson.
work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system. I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? You already fucked up already. They said take a village, right? Who runs from their village? Who runs with kids? The lot man. Oh my God.
steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations. No, I'm going to continue to do what's best for me and my children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine. God is on my side.
I'm gonna pray for her children, because that made no sense. You had a new baby and you say, you know what? We're gonna take off and go somewhere where there's no family at. And you didn't even have a job set up for you. Oh, Lord. And I see why these people do it. It's a hustle. They don't really need no assistance. They're having babies. They're having fought. Listen, if you go through these videos, none of them have 1 kid. None of them have 2 kids, right? Because we all know kids are expensive. None of them have 1 or 2. They have 4 kids, 5 kids, 7 kids, 9 kids. It's always a number. You're like, yo, this is not Little House on the Prairie. How do you afford all the kids? Because I get 10K in benefits. It's a hustle. I'm hustling you niggas. I can be a grown white man and have 5 kids and decide, I'm not working. I don't want to work. I'm sorry for being triggered, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been working ever since I got out of college, bro. Like, Sally Mae, which is student loans, has been on my ass, whooping my credit score's ass. And just to have anything, right? It's just like you got to work your ass off. And then people on some other side of, of the spectrum of life, they're living life on my level or better than me. And all they have to do is just, be a parent. They don't, that's it. It's unfortunate. So CJ, we out.